I will chair the meeting remotely today, something new to me, but I'd like to call to order the May 26, 2022 Plan Commission meeting. Could I get a roll call, please, Brandy?
Yes. Brink,
Here.
Ford,
Here.
Hanson,
Here.
Oletzky,
Present.
and Colhane, Kays, Dargits Johnson. Who else am I going to be missing here? I didn't put my name tags out. Spire and Dolly are absent. We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you for that. The third item on the agenda is invitation for public comment participant submittal. If there's anything not on the agenda that someone wishes to talk about, there will be time after the regular agenda, and please just let Brandy know that you have another item. Moving on to item 4 on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Could I get a motion and a second?
I'll make
Ford
that motion.
moves.
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Could I get a roll call vote, please, Brandy?
Yes. Oletzky,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Brink,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Fifth item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the May 5th, 2022 meeting. Could I get a motion and a second?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'm going
I'll
to have
second.
to, I'm going to have to abstain because I was not at that meeting and I didn't have time to listen to it.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. If you're gonna abstain from the vote, should this item just be moved to the next meeting, Brandy? Because we won't have enough to,
Yep.
Waiting for me, huh?
okay.
Yep, we
Well-
can do that.
Okay, we'll just table that until the next meeting. Then do we need a motion and a second to table it?
Yes.
Okay, could I instead get a motion and a second to table the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Ford seconds.
All right, I had a motion and a second. Brandy, could I get a roll call vote, please?
Yep. Oletzky,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Brink,
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
All right, those are tabled till the next meeting. Regular agenda 6A is commission consideration of resolution 22-25. It's updating a TIF. Brandy, would you please take over and fill us in on the changes?
Yes, thank you, Jeff. So this is, if you guys are familiar, we acted on this TIF in late 2021. This is TIF 17 for Prairie Haven, which is in a, it's classified as affordable housing. Yeah, classified as affordable housing. This is located just south of Derby Downs and west of the airport. And the reason that it is in front of the Plan Commission at this time is because the costs for the project have increased by 35, or it's exceeded 35%. And according to state statute, that is, the plan is required to be reapproved in the same manner as it was originally approved. So that's why we are going, why it is before you today. And you'll see this staff report was included with the original recommendation for approval to City Council that the board saw on August 19th of 2021. And what I did is just made the changes from then and now and showed them in the green and just struck out the prior numbers. So you'll see here the main things to point out are the district is expected to result in approximately $22 million in investment over a 3-year time frame. The development will create 69 homes with an estimated sale price of $330,000 per home. And the district is projected to produce a TIF revenue of $5.3 million over the 20-year life of the TIF district. So you'll see there the changes that struck. That was the previous, what the previous plan included. So just to point that out, that is the main differences and the reason that it's before you. So I will open it up for any questions that the board may have.
All right, well, thank you, Brandy. So just kind of to reiterate, if this would have been under 35%, it would have been something that you could do administratively. But since it was over that, it comes before us.
That's correct.
Okay. And then, and like I said, this is still residential development. None of the lots are changing. We have, nothing like that's changing.
Nope, just the amount of lot. There will be 69 lots versus 72.
Yeah, that's just a
Minor.
lot line adjustment type of thing. It's
Yeah.
pretty much the exact same. And then my only other question I have is with this in changing cost, are we still below the allowable amount that the city can do?
Yes. Well below.
Okay. Yes. And I kind of knew that, and I think we all do on this board, but I just want to make that known to the public and for the record.
Yep.
I don't have any other questions for you. Is there any other questions from the staff members?
Well, I don't really have a question. I have a comment that affordable housing at $330,000 a house, it's just amazing how they have gone up so high. I mean, are you going to someday like market yourself out of affordable housing and just go into regular housing?
And Jeff, I actually, there is a public hearing with this. If you'd like to open that, then the owner and applicant is here.
Certainly, I will open the public hearing, and if anyone's here to speak in favor or against this item, please feel free to step up to the mic and state your name for the record.
Okay, Bill Riefenberger. So my hope is, and we're currently now seeing lumber coming down a little bit. My hope is the goal is to try to get closer to 300, and then we expect to have some down payment money that we're going to build into this, so the cost is going to be more like 270. They'll have to pay back that other 30, but they won't have any interest on it for 15 years to use that as a down payment. So we got some things we're working on there, but the 330 was a number that we worked with the development company, mainly because we can't get a handle on where this is going, and the numbers work out with all that. Certainly, the goal is to get them as practical as possible.
Yeah.
And my hope is that it doesn't get to that number, but
I'm not against the project at all. It's just that,
no,
man.
and then we have the interest rates going the other way too. So we're bucking a lot of things going on here. So we're working hard to get this down, and we just haven't got to that point yet because the numbers that came in for getting just the infrastructure in came in considerably higher, and then the interest rates have gone up. So we've got all these.
Who are you working with on that 15% down or whatever?
We're going to try to fund that out of our. Out of the building part of it, and pretty much basically what it amounts to is most all the profit on that's going to be set out 15 years into the future with no interest. That's what we're trying to do with that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking to try to do about a 10% toward their down payment to help to get people in it. We're working out. We haven't got all the stuff worked out with the attorneys and the banks yet, but we need to come up with some kind of structure who would qualify for that. And I don't think it should be just open to just anybody. And then brainstorming. I really would like to, even if I could, offer a little bit more if people could manage a 15-year loan, because my goal would be to get people so that they get the quickest gain on this. And if they can do a 15-year financing, I would actually try to even grow that a little bit more on the other side to incentivize them to do that rather than a 30-year. I just would like to see young people get in, build some equity, and not get sucked into this thing for 30 years if they could get done in 15. So I'm really trying hard to do that, but there's yeah, but the price,
it's just crazy how everything is just going up.
Yeah, and everything we figure anymore at the store, it's really hard to get anything that isn't a $500,000 house anymore. So it's just ridiculous.
South Dakota Housing just changed that.
Yeah, and South Dakota Housing raised their. Yeah, is that where they're at too? Is 330 or 340 or something?
330.
Yeah, so they raised their limit too on.
Okay, that really changes things up then. So it's based on our area study. Okay.
Yep, so,
That's
but anyway,
good. So
the,
then all of these homes probably will qualify for first-time South Dakota housing.
yep, they would, yep.
That's a good deal.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be a given. It's gonna have to be that way one way or another. That's their goal, so.
Well, thank
Any
you for
other
that,
questions?
Thank you for that answer. No, that's always interesting to hear and hear how the prices change. Does anyone else have any questions for the applicant?
This is Ford. I have a question. Is anyone there from the development company?
No, Tracy was not able to make it today.
I've been trying to figure out more information about TIFs, and there's some concern about TIFs and the effect on school board budgets. And I wanted, because the property, there's a freeze on the property tax base that freezes the property tax assessment at the value of the property before the TIF was put in place. And so for 20 years or whatever, however long the TIF exists, the school board's tax assessment is on that lesser amount, not on any improvements. And I just wanted to ask some questions about that.
I
Do you
don't-
know, has the
I-
school board been approached about this? Have they had any input into this?
So they do, they receive notice. We have
Okay.
to mail them notice to let them know that there is a TIF being proposed.
But in the R1C, they get reimbursed from the state, recall that.
Yeah, that's my understanding as well.
The schools get reimbursed through the state on the R1C rather than.
I
the
can't hear
Do
you
you want
because
us
you're
to
not
do
at the
that?
microphone.
Could you please step up to the mic, please?
Yep.
Sure, this is Steve Thorson. One of the interesting things about an R1C program that we're doing, which is a residential one compact, the school board, as in fact, gets reimbursed from the state of South Dakota for any dollars that they would have not gotten through a TIF program. So the school here is absolutely taken care of, and there will be no problem. And within that TIF, you'll see that, you know, when we applied for it, it is actually stated right inside that. If
That's
that
great,
helps.
really great to hear.
So
Yeah.
an R1C means affordable housing.
Yeah, R1C is residential one compact.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So does that
Single-
only apply to residential housing, but to other TIFs, it would not apply to? Is that correct?
That is correct. Other TIFs won't apply to that. The state actually will not give the school those dollars. The school still has to approve it, yes, but what's nice about the R1C is they're going to get their dollars.
All right, so that will be something I'll be interested in future TIFs that maybe don't involve this kind of
Right.
housing. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation and clarification. I think we're all still learning exactly how TIFs work, but at least on this board. Yeah.
And just to point out too, in the TIF plan, there is information on that as far as, I have it pulled up here on the screen where, oh, and I'm not sharing my screen, am I? I think I have to do that still. So here with TIF 17 will be classified as affordable housing. Therefore, any lost local effort will be funded through the state aid to education formula. If you want to read up more on that, it is in the TIF plan on page 19 and 20.
Thanks, Brandy.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else from the public that wishes to speak on behalf or against this item?
It does not appear so.
Okay. I will close the public hearing and ask for a motion in a second from the board.
I'll make the motion to
This is
approve the TIF.
I have a motion from Bonnie. Is there a second?
I'll second Hanson.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote.
All right. Ford,
Yes.
Brink,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Aletsky.
Yes.
Motion carries. moving on the agenda, item 7 is open public comment. Brandy, did we receive any?
No,
Okay, 8, do we have any new business?
none that I have.
Yep. Number 9, any old business?
None that I have again.
Any reason to go into executive session?
No. You
All right,
guys
I
gotta,
will adjourn us then. Thanks everyone for coming for this special meeting and taking your time and getting this done.
yes, thank you everyone. And now go and enjoy the evening. It's beautiful out. So